Bigger problems at the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Here's the backstory. As you know, and if you've been paying attention to the show, you're aware that the Susan G. Komen Foundation came under fire for creating, essentially, a new rule that would prevent them from giving money to Planned Parenthood. We found out there was so much shady dealings. We found out that their VP, Karen Handel, who ran for governor on a strict anti-choice platform, had been involved in the decision. She resigned. The money's back to Planned Parenthood. We heard it all, Lewis, didn't we?
We heard the whole thing.
However, now we're getting information that there may even be bigger problems at the Susan G. Komen Foundation. You know, Lewis, how a number of different products have that tiny pink ribbon on different items, different products, presumably which are some of the money goes to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. We are getting more and more evidence that a lot of those items may actually be cancer-causing agents. One example is an automated dryer at a nail salon, which has that tiny pink ribbon on it. And when you see it, it almost makes you think of health. You see that and you say, this thing must really be healthy, and this must be a safe item to use. This is helping to send money for the cure. I wouldn't expect that using this device could actually give me cancer. That's what it seems to be. We're seeing more and more evidence of this. There's no indication anywhere on the machine that it may cause cancer. You would think it's just hot air and UV light when you look at this nail drying machine, and it will just evaporate the drying agents in the nails. Turns out that a lot of those agents in too many nail salons include toluene, formaldehyde, and dibutyl phthalate, chemicals that are called the toxic trio by the Women's Health Group, the National Healthy Nail and Beauty Salon Alliance. And many of the chemicals still used in these actually elevate cancer risk in women. Komen also has partnerships with Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly happens to be the sole producer of RGBH, the bovine growth hormone, which, if it ends up in our dairy products, is known to also increase cancer risk. Partnership with the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Let's talk about the two layers here. Layer number one is this indifference? Okay, is this simply indifference about who you partner with? Layer number two is it not strategy for some of these companies, considering how much money is made from cancer treatment, to know that you're putting products out there which may increase breast cancer risk? Is it that despicable what's going on, Lewis? What's your reaction to this?
Hard to say. I mean, I assume from the point of Komen, there is a lot of negligence with who they partner with. I mean, I really doubt the people who are forming these partnerships are digging through the companies that...
and saying, are we partnering with someone whose products cause cancer?
Yeah. And I mean, like a nail dryer? Well, who would assume that something like that would cause cancer?
Let me ask you a different question. If you were to confront Susan G. Komen about this and they said, well, listen, those companies are donating money to cancer research, so that's why we partner with them. Would that stand up, or would you say, well, but why you are giving them publicity and they are causing people potentially to have cancer? Would that explanation stand up for you? Would it stand up for you, Natan?
That particular explanation wouldn't stand up for me, because I think Philip Morris and other tobacco companies have programs to get people not to smoke.
Exact
it's
same
incredibly
thing.
Contradictory, because clearly it's in their profit line. The more people smoke, the more money they're going to make. So
sure.
I don't know if this makes any sense.
I think whoever formed these partnerships was just seeing green.
That simple.
I think so, yeah.
Is this reason enough? Are Susan G. Komen's partnerships with these companies reason to continue not supporting Susan G. Komen and to choose some of the other organizations which I mentioned on the last show?
This in combination with the last debacle, yes, I think so.
All right.
And another question is, would we have learned about this at all if
That's the real question.
If none of this ever happened in the first place?
Susan G. Komen now is being scrutinized in a way that, the scary thing is, if we were to scrutinize other charitable organizations this closely, we would probably also find a lot of disturbing stuff. This has, and again, it proves, I think it's great that these things are coming out, but it proves that this was just a horrible PR decision, because it has brought so much negative attention and so many people digging through the records of Susan G. Komen now. they may never recover from this. That is really the way that it is appearing. They may never recover from this as far as public relations go.
Definitely. Completely idiotic move.
Facebook.com/David Pakman Show. Please like the David Pakman Show on Facebook. Go to davidpakman.com/gear to get your t-shirts, to get your hoodies. I'm wearing my David Pakman Show t-shirt today. If you go to davidpakman.com/birthday, you can get a free t-shirt with a 1-year membership. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this with Martin Butterick, former professional gambler. So many questions for him from the audience. Can't wait to talk to him. Back after this.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.